¿Cómo estás, familia? What's poppin'? It's motherfucking Wednesday. You don't know. It's like my whole fucking life since you start school, and I started school when I was 3, okay? But it's like from the day you start school until the day you fucking retire, okay, or start your own business, all right? You spend your whole fucking life counting down the days until Friday. Like, Mondays suck, Wednesday's exciting because you're halfway through the hell of a fucking week, you know what I mean? Thursdays is like, yes, it's Friday Eve, you know, and then Friday, like, you can't wait to get out of school or work because you're gonna start your weekend, and then you got your Saturday and Sunday, and then all of a sudden it's Monday again. Like, and if that's not life pretty much summed up in a nutshell, I don't know what is. Excuse me. And if you don't spend your week counting down to the weekends, then you either got a really good fucking job, you really, really love school, you work for yourself, or you professionally, like you just stay at home. Like, that's your job, is to stay at home. You know, stay at home mom or stay at home dad. But I think even stay at home mom and dads count down for the weekend too. You know, when their spouse comes home or whatever, like, maybe, I think my sister is a stay-at-home mom for now because she's pregnant, right? And I think that her countdown to the weekend is completely different, though. Her countdown to the weekend is like, fuck, these little niggas ain't in school. It's like, she got to count down to the weekend when she got to deal with both them motherfuckers. Shit. But yeah, so I'm still sick. Okay. It's pretty bad. It's not bad. It's really weird. This sickness is very odd, and I shall explain. Because I'm sick, but it's like I feel half sick. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have that lethargic, like, oh my God, I'm gonna die sickness. It's just my throat is really, really fucking with me. And my nose, at night I can't breathe out my nose. You know, it's really bad. And you know what they say at night, whatever sickness it is that you have, it gets like 10 times worse at night. I don't know why. Probably because your body's already fatigued and like it's winding down and shut down and stuff like that. So you could rest. So it's not as active as making you feel better, or you don't need to function as much. So I don't know, but whatever. At night it's particularly bad. So my husband is in the medical field, right? And he works in a clinic. And he was like, I'm gonna get you some stuff, and I'm gonna take a throat culture and see if you have strep throat, blah 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 blah. And I was like, dude, look, I think I have strep throat. And if not strep throat, then I have a really, really bad throat infection. You know, so he looks in my throat and he goes, I don't see any swelling. Well, I took Motrin to stop the swelling so I could swallow, so I could eat dinner. And he goes, He goes, you really need to brush the back of your throat, though. What? What are you talking about? He's like, there's white spots back there. That's strep throat. He goes, no, that's not strep throat. I'm like, that's strep throat. What are you talking about? He's like, no, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It's just, you know, your throat is just bothering you, that's all. I said, all right, whatever. Ain't nothing. He's like, let me get you some medication. So he goes and he brings a bottle of NyQuil. It's like 11:30 at night. I said, dude, I cannot take NyQuil. I'm sorry. He's like, it doesn't have diphenhydramine in it. And I was like, yeah, but whatever it has in it is going to put me to sleep. I can't take any medication that's going to put me to sleep. I'll take children's Benadryl and I'm knocked out for like 15 hours. So he's just like, no, just take it. And I'm like, dude, no, it has a cough suppressant as well. I'm asthmatic. I can't take a cough suppressant. Asthmatics can take expectorant, which helps you cough, which is good because when you're asthmatic, like, you need to cough or whatever. And I mean, I haven't had a bad asthma attack in a long time, but excuse me, I don't like to fuck with it either. You know what I mean? So I was like, no, I can't take that. I can't take a cough suppressant, whatever. And he's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. He's like, well, take some, some of this stuff. It's got a nasal decongestant, whatever. I'm like, dude, that shit's gonna put me to sleep. He keeps trying to give me drugs, right? And I'm like, I can't take drugs, even over-the-counter medication. If I pop 2 Aleve at the same time, like, I'm done.com. So he goes, you know what? We've been together for years. Yeah, I met him 8 years ago. We started dating 7 years ago. We've been married for 2 years. Yeah, we've been together for years. I know. He goes, I've never seen you have an adverse reaction to medication. I said, well, have you ever seen me take medication? He goes, well, no. I said, okay then. So you're not going to see me have an adverse reaction to medication because I don't take medication, because I know what the adverse reactions are. He goes, well, I think I want to put this to the test. So you want to drug me to see if I'm going to have the reaction to the medication that I'm telling you I'm going to have the reaction to. I'm like, what the hell kind of sense does that make? And I don't get it, because he's not the first medical professional in my life that they're really good with their patients, okay? But when it comes to their loved ones, it's like, what the fuck? Like, so my mom was a registered nurse, okay? And, she worked in the emergency room in the Bronx, for the city. She worked for the city or whatever. And literally, I called her up one day while she was at work, and I was like, Ma, I think I broke my ankle. And she was like, no, you probably just sprained it. And I was like, Ma, I've sprained and twisted my ankles, my knees, and my wrist throughout my whole life. I think I was like 15 years old at the time. Right? Was it before senior year? I think so. I think it was the summer before senior year. I was 15 years old. And I said, I think I broke my ankle. Unless it was a summer. No, it wasn't summer after senior. It was summer before senior year. I was 15 years old. I was like, Ma, I broke my ankle. Over the phone, she's in the hospital. Over the phone, she goes, honey, you didn't break your ankle. You just sprained it. I was like, Ma, look. Like, I really think I broke my ankle. She goes, no. Just keep it elevated, wrap it in an ace bandage. You'll be fine. I said, okay. I go, you know what I'm saying? My friend goes, he carries me upstairs because I couldn't walk on it. Like, usually if I sprain an ankle or twist an ankle, I could hobble on it, Like, I couldn't walk. Like, it really hurt every time I took a step on my ankle. Every time I stepped, it really hurt my ankle. So he carried me upstairs. He put me in the sala. He propped my foot up on a pillow, whatever. I was like, all right, cool. Waiting for her to come home. My ankle is like super swollen. Okay. She comes home. She unwraps it. She looks at it. And I'm like, Ma, it hurts. She's like, can you move it? I'm like, yeah, I can move it, but it fucking hurts. And she's like, you just sprained it. And I was like, Ma, she goes, if you broke it, you wouldn't be able to move it without screaming out in pain. I said, Ma, I have a really high tolerance for pain. So, of course, I'm going to be able to move it. Like, she's like, no. If you broke it, you wouldn't be able to move it. I said, okay. Oh, train tracks. So, I said, fine, no problem. Go to sleep, wake up the next day. My shit's still swollen really bad. Motrin's not helping me none. Like, nothing is taking the edge off this pain, okay? Pain was really bad. So I get up, I cool down, and I'm like, Ma, this shit really hurts. She's like, you just sprained it. I said, all right. I go hang out outside with my peoples, have my foot propped up on the bench and shit, and like whatever, just chilling. Later on that day, that night I come home, I try to get into the shower. I couldn't put pressure on my foot. Like, if my toe touched the floor, the pain shot from my toe all the way the fuck up to my lower back. I was paying. I called her up. She was on her way home. She was like, I'm leaving now. I'm coming home. I'll check your ankle. I checked my ankle. She goes, you just sprained it. I said, okay, fine. The next morning, I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, I called her up at work and I was like, Ma, I'm going to the hospital. My ankle is really bothering me. I think I need an x-ray. She's like, you're so fucking stupid. Ma, I think I need an x-ray for real. She was like, no, you don't. I was like, Ma, I'm going to the hospital. I was like, do you have any money so I can take a cab? She's like, if you want to go to the hospital so bad, you need to walk to the hospital. Walk. Okay? Now, this wasn't a regular walk. Like, we did not live across the street from the fucking hospital. Like, we lived like a good 30-minute walk away from the fucking hospital. Okay? 30 to 40 minutes away. So needless to say, hobbling the way I was hobbling, it took me about an hour to get to the hospital, okay? And I'm talking like, I strapped my foot into my Timbs. It was the summertime, but I remember I strapped my foot into my Timbs. Was it Timbs or my high top sneakers? It was one of the two, but after I wrapped my ankle with the ace bandage, I wrapped that son of a bitch in my shoe and tied that bitch so tight. Oh my God. And I walked my ass to the hospital. She tells the doctor that was there, yo, my daughter's here. She thinks she broke her ankle. I think she's exaggerating. She's such a crybaby, whatever. And I was like, what is she talking about? Like, the fuck? I never complained. Like, my brother and my sister always in the fucking hospital for some shit. Always. Took advantage of the fact that my mother worked in the ER. Always in some shit. My brother had just broken his leg, like, maybe a week before that. Okay? So I'm just like, whatever. They do the x-rays. The doctor comes back to me. He goes, how did you get here? I said, I walked. He goes, how the fuck did you walk on a broken ankle? I said, what? Say that again, Doc. What was that? He said, how did you walk on a broken ankle? Your ankle is broken. I said, really now? He goes, yup, it sure is. It wasn't broken. Like, I didn't break the bone. I fractured the bone or whatever. But he just thought it was hysterical. He just kept telling my mom that I broke my ankle. And she looks at the x-ray and she's like, hey, both of you shut up. It's just a fracture. I was like, Ma, but a fracture is not a sprained ankle. Like, there's pain involved there. Like, what the fuck? So he wound up putting a soft cast on, which is just like, like a pile of ace bandages or whatever. But he put that shit, he wrapped that shit from my toes all the way up to like above my knee. Like, he did not want me. And then they gave me crutches. Like, he was just like, stay the fuck off your ankle for at least 2 weeks, so that it can heal, so that it could start to mend together, whatever. He was like, stay the hell off your ankle. And to this day, like, up until recently, I think a few months back, I had said something to mommy and I was just like, yeah, I don't feel good. And she's like, I thought that you'll be all right. And I was like, I don't trust you. I've never trusted her since that day for medical diagnoses. Ever. I'd always go and get a second opinion, and she used to be pissed off because my brother and my sister would go to her for everything. Ma, what's this? Ma, these are my symptoms. Ma, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. And she would be mad at me because even with the kids, I'd take them to the doctor. And she'd be like, I don't understand. I told you this is what it is. Well, I needed a second opinion because I don't know what it is, but your shit be fucked up. Like you just don't know how to, like, diagnose family. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know. I don't care. But, yeah, I never trusted her after that shit, yo. Like, I told her, I was like, I could have really, like, if I would have kept, the doctor told me if I would have kept walking on that ankle, like, that fracture would have split the whole bone that was there. And it was, I don't know what bone it was, but he was like, it would have been a bitch to try to reset it back in place and get it healed properly, whatever, had that shit broken or shattered or anything like that. So yeah, no. So medical professionals, y'all stick to diagnosing your patients. Leave your family the hell alone. Oh my goodness. My husband swears, he's like, have you ever even had strep throat? Yeah, about 4 or 5 times a year in the winter in New York, my whole fucking life. Like, yes, I know what the early signs are of strep throat. I know it, and I usually combat it before it even gets like super bad, before I need, penicillin or anything like that. So tonight I gotta go pick up some ginger, some fresh ginger, and some lemon, and make me a lemon ginger tea with some crushed up garlic in it. That was another thing my mother and I argued about, because I did home remedies for everything. I had an earache. There was no go to the hospital and get some amoxicillin. Nope. Excuse me. Oh my God, that was horrible. I'm so sorry, guys. That's my throat. Just got a bad cough. Anyway, yeah, even for an ear infection, I would never go to the hospital and like get antibiotics unless it was really, really bad. I do homemade concoction and put drops in my ear and shit, and drink some more teas and do all kinds of shit to try to detox and clean my ear. Like, I don't know. I blame my mother for my lack of trust in the medical community. Anyway, I am finished with my story time. I am pulling into work, and of course it's 9 o'clock on the dot, so I'm finna be late clocking in. Whatever, man. Anyway, I got my BoxyCharm this weekend, so I will be unboxing that for you guys. Well, I got my BoxyCharm yesterday, so maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, I'll shoot a video real quick, get it up for you guys this weekend. And other than that, I will catch you guys later. Bye.